Okay, everyone. Josh here, as always, with Anime Impact, bringing you guys some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And today we're going to be talking about the Fur Hire meta. Holy crap, Fur Hires are powerful. I wouldn't say they're OP. They're sure as hell not Tier 0. It's even debatable, even if they're like a Tier 1 or Tier 2. You guys know I hate putting tiers on things because it really depends on situations. You know, top decks, your starting hand, the coin flip, and all that good stuff that you got to take into account. But nonetheless, Fur hires are pretty cool. I am not going to put up a deck list like I usually do. I'm just going to kind of go over, the deck list that I've been using. I've used like 2 or 3 different deck lists, but we're going to go over the most recent one first. Alright, now, of course, we're using Sealed Tombs. Another skill you could possibly use is Beatdown or even Ties that Bind. So, very good 3 skills that you can use potentially with this deck. Now, Fur Hire, the whole gimmick is to basically special summon spam, 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 and the good kind of spam too, not the kind you get in a can. But beat Bladesman for hire. He is basically the only SR or higher monster that you actually even have to run in this deck. So this is basically what I guess you could say Aliens 2.0, even though I wanted that to be for Worms. I have not got to playtest with Worms yet. So give me to the rest of the day, maybe tomorrow, and I'll see what I can do with Worms. We'll see what that can do. But this deck has been a lot of fun. So basically, Beat Bladesman for hire is your searcher. He's going to help you grab your big beaters like Wiz Sage for hire, which isn't really, I guess, isn't really a big beater, but the effects are really, really solid. And at 2800 defense, even saves your ass from Anki, which I believe you will see in today's replays. And we also have Dinah, Hero for Hire, which is your beat stick, your 2500 attack, and it allows you to banish from your opponent's grave, which can be helpful if you're trying to banish spell books from your opponent's grave. You can banish monsters like Celestial from your opponent's grave, or even Rose Lover, Carrot, stuff like that. Stuff that can be annoying, that could come back next turn and try to give them a way to win. Well, we're going to go and get around that by doing so. Now, we're also running Chalice. My other builds ran Ruins. I've played with Walla D. I've played just about every kind of back row combination that there really is in the current meta. I've even played with Cosmic Cyclone, which I might go back to the Cyclones because that seemed to work very well. But basically, we're running Chalice for the mirror matches and for when we're playing Spellbooks or any other, or even Anki, for example, or anything like that that could really get an effect off that we don't want it to. We can go ahead and use Chalice. We're running the 2 Econs. Now, you could run 3 right now because they're not nerfed, but I'm kind of playing this, post-nerf. And we're also, of course, running 3 copies of Mayhem for Hire, which is really, really good to get your monsters back from the grave and keep those combos going over and over and over again. Your biggest combo that you want to get off, honestly, is with Dampa Marksman for Hire. He's going to allow you to destroy a face-up card on your opponent's side of the field, or even your side, but why would you do it on your side, I guess? I mean, maybe in certain situations. But him being able to do that to pop other opponents' monsters is very, very powerful, or even back row that's face-up that you want to kind of get rid of. So he's really, really strong in that regard. And, I mean, really, that's kind of the gimmick of the deck. Just special summon, get your combos off, protect your monsters as best you can with Wiz. And, of course, going with your beat stick for the OTKs, potentially with Dinah. And, of course, Sealed Tombs, again, just further, helps deal with the graveyard and stuff like that. So, anyways, that's kind of the deck build. Like I said, the back row was interchanged quite a bit. The back row is really something that you can play around with, do whatever you want with, etc., etc. Here's some of the dual replays I have for you guys. Some good stuff here. I took this deck clear to Legend 3. I was dominating, but then somebody asked me to work on a Mecha Phantom, and as soon as I played Mecha Phantom, I went, meow, I crashed and burned. I crashed and burned. Mecha Phantom, that will be a topic for another day. Yeah, Mecha Phantom, I thought I could give it a shot. Nah. It's just too slow. It doesn't have enough power. Even if you run 3 Pulse Mines, which will not be possible next season, Mecha Phantom are just too slow. They don't got enough power, right? I mean, even with Sonic Boom, yes, I had some pretty cool OTKs with Sonic Boom, but it's just like, it's not consistent enough. It's just not going to match up well with a lot of the current meta. The deck can win you some matches, but it's just like, And unfortunately, because I was going to make that video and this video today, but I was like, after I played Mecha Phantom, I just was not satisfied with what I saw. I might do some more deck tweaking later on, but, you know, yeah. Now, this is us playing an Amazonas. Of course, these are all pre-nerfed Amazonas decks. They have not, you know, used the nerfed limits yet, but those will be coming. And the problem with an Amazonas deck is, well, see, they just rage quit, is it's like when you play against for hire, they're going to sit there and just keep nuking your onslaught when you put it face up. And since I played Steel Tombs there, they could not even get Princess back out with that willpower. So they were basically just cucked. So the skill works very well with this particular deck because we don't really need to special summon from the grave on our turn. And by the time it comes back to us, we'll be able to special summon with our quick play. So it's like, it's perfect. It's like a match made in heaven. This deck is just super powerful. I might just take this deck clear to KOG. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'm also working on a Toon Barrel Blowback Dragon with Proton Blast in a Toon deck. So, yeah, Toon Barrel Dragon, trying to do something with that. We're going to see. I already built that deck. I'm going to play test that later. I might even do it in stream. I don't know yet. We'll see. And I still want to make the Worm deck, though. But I wanted to get this Fur Hire deck out before anything else because Fur Hires, wow. Exciting, very cheap. It's a very free-to-play friendly deck, much like Sylvan's were. You could call this Sylvan's 2.0 if you really want. I think this deck's biggest weakness is the typical cards that you'll find in the meta that were pretty strong against other cards, such as Ultimate Providence, Divine Wrath, Chalice. But then again, you could kind of say those three cards are strong against almost all the meta right now, because a lot of the meta right now is being dictated by, you know, a coin toss, who can get out their combos first, and what monster effects that it can activate basically the fastest, you know, trying to out-resource your opponent. So you can't really hold those three cards against the Fur Hire deck, and as you can see there, we just OTK'd that guy hardcore. Wiz saying, nah, bro, you ain't playing nothing. So right there, like I said, the Dyna, when he's on the field, only he can be attacked from all your Fur Hires, so it kind of protects your other Fur Hires that have their other combos you can still, you know, reuse. So really crazy right there. Now we have another, I think there's one, maybe two replays in here against, I believe, a Hazy. I think we got one in here with a Hazy and one here with an Anki. I'm pretty sure. I cannot remember, but like I said, I used various back row, but the monsters were pretty much the same in every duel. It's just the back row is very interchangeable. I do highly recommend that you run at least the Econ, maybe one Econ at least. Like as you can see here, I'm running Wall D in this version again with the Chalice. Chalice is good for the mirror match, but it's interchangeable. Wall of D is interchangeable. You could run Ruin, interchangeable. Cosmic Cyclone is also good, especially if you're playing spellbooks. But, you know, right now the meta is kind of weird because it hasn't really migrated over to the new nerfs because they haven't exactly happened yet. Only the skill nerfs have. So the whole meta will be a lot different next month. I think Fur Hire will be actually even better next season. So expect to see a lot of Fur Hire on the ladder. Expect to see a lot of spell books and stuff like that. As you see, here's the combos here. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that Gyoku, which is really, really nice. Just being able to do that. Getting over these Hazys. Poor Hazys. They've just had a rough go at it of late. And again, we got another quick surrender. So, pretty powerful deck. Being able to just spam the field like instantly. It's pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. Aster Phoenix, here we go. I believe this was our Destiny Hero duel. And what's funny about going against a Destiny Hero deck is if you get Wiz on the field in defense position with 2,800 defense, right? And unless they spam you with more than like one Chalice in that duel, you're pretty much got game because they can use Mass Change, you're going to negate it. If they pop another Mass Change, how are they going to get over your Wiz? You know what I mean? So they're going to need a lot of spell cards to kind of get over you. And since Celestial's getting nerfed and Econ's getting nerfed, they're going to have to pick and choose which one of those to run. Of course, they're going to have to take Celestial for the draw power. So chances of an Anki deck next season even running Econ is going to be very, very low. And I played around with Impenetrable Attack in this one which I feel like Impenetrable Attack is actually pretty damn powerful in Fur Hire as well. But it's like there's just so many back row combinations. I wanted to try them all. It was just so much stuff. And I could not believe he had a Blade Master. It's like I've never seen anybody play Blade Master in an Anki deck. Like in Destiny Heroes purely, yes, but in an Anki deck, I've never seen that. So that's kind of unexpected, but pretty cool to see something different on the ladder. And of course, right here, he's up shit creek with his mouth wide open, and he has no paddle. Oh man. Here he comes, Drill Dark. He brings down Malicious, and at this point, he just knows, oh shit. And there's the Forbidden Chalice, which you can use offensively as well as defensively. He's going to use Malicious, bring out a Malicious. He's going to pop that Mass Change, and guess what? Wiz says, hell no! Get out of here with that weak-ass Mass Change. Bam, bam. Nothing he can do. He's going to use Destiny Calling. He's going to activate that. I just pop Impenetrable Attack. I had Wall of D2, so it really did not matter. It did not matter. He was screwed either way next turn. Very powerful. Very powerful. And our last one here, I believe, is against Joey Wheeler. I think this might have been a mirror match. I can't quite remember now. I played a lot. I cannot remember what this one was. But nonetheless, I had so much fun with this deck. I just wanted to share it with you guys here on the channel. I know you guys, a lot of you may be unfamiliar with Fur Hire because they're kind of like very, very recent in TCG. I'm not very familiar with them, really, beyond watching a few other YouTubers before this box even came out. Like, before it was even leaked, I already knew about Fur Hire. I knew about Fur Hire and Sky Strikers because I watched some other YouTubers, and they were doing, like, box reviews and stuff like that and going over deck builds, and I thought it was pretty interesting. So I kind of already knew about the Fur Hires, and when I found that they were coming, I was very excited. A lot of people in the Discord knew how excited I was. And, oh, this is against the Sylvan Grit player. Unnerfed Sylvan Grit, by the way. They're not running the Grit itself is nerfed, of course. But, and as you can see here, Grit will not activate now. Because Grit's nerf is if you have 4,000 more life points, you will survive with 1 life point that turn. However, since he's under 4,000, next time I go for lethal, it's just GG. It will not activate. That is the nerf. So it's pretty cool. And right here, he probably thought he had me on the ropes. He probably thought I was just screwed. But guess what? We pop Man for Hire, bring out the tilt, Dinah, saying hell nah. We use Seal to activate his effect. And then we can go ahead and bring out Beat, and then here we go. Now we're in the driver's seat. Because we already took out 2 Rose Lovers. One he used, and the other one we already banished thanks to Dinah's effect. And he had nothing he could have done. That was GG. Poor Sylvans. They are screwed, and that was full power Sylvans. They were running the full deck. I looked at the deck list. But after this season, that deck will no more be that strong. And yeah, so pretty cool. I'm liking the Fur Hires. If you guys like it as well, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to become an Impact Player today. Join us in the Discord below as well as always. And man, may the Fur Hires be with you because wow, are they so much fun to play. I have a feeling they're going to become the next nerf deck at some point. Kind of like Sylvan's had to be nerfed since the deck is mostly free to play. Maybe they'll nerf the quick play and one of the rare, maybe 1 or 2 of the rares. They might even hit Wiz, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully they don't hit them for a while, though, because we're having a lot of fun right now. The Fur Hires, the Sky Fangs, whatever you want to call them, they're here. They're fun. They're powerful. And I'm excited. Hope you guys are as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to join our Discord below as always as well. Peace.